The outrage is warranted. Those texts are very troubling. And we should be looking at whether Clarence Thomas knew or if that's a conflict. But listen, you don't have to look far to find a very similar story that was really ignored by the media and, in fact, called false over and over and over again, and that's the Hunter Biden laptop story. Hunter Biden is a relative of a very famous person, the way Ginny Thomas is a relative of a very powerful, famous person. And my Twitter feed is clogged with blue check reporters who are instantly believing that there is some tie between Ginny and Clarence. And, the rush to dismiss Hunter as not a relevant story by lots of reporters, I think is hard to ignore.
I wonder, Jane, do you have a reaction to that? Jane,
you ask me?
Us?
Sorry,
yes.
the sound is a little bad here.
As an investigative reporter, do you look at the Hunter Biden story and say, there's a lot more to dig into here?
The Hunter Biden story is Hunter Biden is being investigated by the Justice Department and by the IRS, as I understand it at this point. And so it seems that there's no shortage of legal interest in Hunter Biden, and yet we have not seen that Ginny Thomas has been called by the January 6th committee because there's been such sensitivity about not calling a Supreme Court justice's wife. There's talk of subpoenaing her, but I would say, if anything, they've been, leaning over in the other direction in order not to take action on her because of the complicated issues that have to do with the three branches of government and one not wanting to interfere on the other.
Yes, but the legal interest in the Hunter Biden story would make the journalism interest, I think, even more warranted.
To raise it.
Yeah.
The other big Supreme Court story this week, of course, were the confirmation hearings.